This is a general reading for Pisces for the week of September 15th through the 21st. So Pisces is your sun or moon rising or Venus. This is a general reading for you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. It's been a challenge to do the Pisces reading this week. I had the video all done and to load it to my laptop, and it wouldn't load. Now, I have internet problems here, and it goes down every day, at least once every day. And you can't even get to their customer no service. You know, you get this loop and it doesn't even forward your call. It is what it is for now. So it wouldn't load. I couldn't find it back on my, I use my cell phone. It was like disappeared. So I went and did all the other signs, and I'm doing Pisces at the end. And it had been a very long, nice video. So this is the new version for Pisces for this week. I am again offering a complimentary reading for a 30-minute reading, choosing from those who either subscribe or make a comment for the month of September, and I will randomly select one person from that. So if you're interested, either subscribe or put in a comment, and know that I do read all of your comments, and thank you so much for your support, love, and prayers for me and for my gypsy dog. If you are not a subscriber, consider subscribing. It costs nothing. It is free, and all you have to do is hit the little subscribe. If you think you're a subscriber, look under the video and see if it says subscriber. Sometimes YouTube, there's something that goes on and you get unsubscribed. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, and it doesn't cost you a thing. What it does is it helps my channel, and you are considered for the complimentary reading. And if you hit notification, you're notified when the videos come out. I will not send you any sort of marketing. You won't get text, nothing. You will not be getting any of those from me. I will, when you put comments, I will respond to your comments. And in the future, I'm thinking about having some special things for subscribers, but not until I get settled in my new studio. So at this point, it's just that, you know, you can be notified when the new videos come out, and it helps my channel. If you like the video, hit the like button. I was hoping that it would be quiet out. It's a Sunday morning, but now the neighbors have decided they're going to do some renovation. They're painting, but I think they might be doing some pounding. But anyway, we'll hope it's real quiet. Now, for September, I have the September special for a reading. It is a 30-minute reading for $22, normally $30. And if you're interested, just send me an email. My email address is down below. The money from this is going to be used for paying my vet bills, because Gypsy has her medication and vet bills for her cancer. I want to tuck some money aside for when I have to have her euthanized. And Jason had a major health crisis this week, and 183 years later, he's starting to feel better. He had a UTI, and that poor little guy, he's not little, he's my big dog. He was not feeling good. So now he's back to his bouncy self, which makes me feel good. But the money from this special this month will go for my vet bills. If you're interested in just other readings, that information is down below, and they can be live, which is, I use WhatsApp usually, and it's interactive, and you can ask questions during a reading if that's what your choice is. The other is that I can just send you a video. Today I have my crew here. I have Nina on the table. She's already sleeping. I can hear, you know, you might be able to hear her. Yeah, those little noises are Nina. Jason's in the bedroom. Gypsy and Hope are out in the courtyard, and Milo is in the sitting room, and they've all had breakfast and they've all had their pills, because Milo's now on heart pills. So that was another expense. Jason's on his antibiotics, and Gypsy's on prednisone for her cancer. So I have shuffled the cards. Let's see what we have coming up this week for Pisces. And I wish that other reading had been saved because it was a good reading. So we'll, whatever Spirit has. Now, the first card is the Page of Rods. You're going to hear a message crossed over by some conflict. You know, you could be hearing some gossip, some sort of argument maybe. There's something in the background, but this can be conflicts, argument. Now, in the other deck, because this is the Morgan Greer, in the other deck that I use, they're balancing on the 5 rods, which is really, you know, some conflicting energy around you, but you're able to handle it. In the other one, you're balancing on that. So we'll see what other cards show up for this, and at the base of it is the 10 of Wands. So far, of the 3 cards, they're all wands or rods. Behind you is the 7 of Cups. Crowning you is the 9 of Swords, reversed. Could be related to this 5 of Wands. Then ahead of you is the Knight of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. So you got 2 9s. You have the 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. The Tower, you got a Tower moment coming. Page of Swords could be a little bit of a delay, but some information. And then the final outcome is the High Priestess. High Priestess with the 5 of Swords. You've got some stuff going on in the background. You've got the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. Your Tower moment with the Page of Cups. 9 of Pentacles with the Justice card. Then we have the 7 of Rods. The Lovers crowning you. Ace of Pentacles, looking at choices. 10 of Wands with the 8. Queen of Pentacles, crossed over by the Knight of Pentacles. So you are still in a cycle of wrapping up. You have 2 9s, which is, you're almost at the end of the cycle, and you have the 10 of Wands, which is indicating that there is an end to this cycle, that you can see that your burdens are almost being released. And you do have some behind the scenes hidden things that you also have the 8 of Swords. So those hidden things could be things that you feel that you're keeping you from moving forward. There is things going on in the background that the energy, your focus, it's diverting your energy from looking towards moving forward. And because all of this conflict or intrigue or deception is diverting your attention. Because, like, for example, the final outcome is the 5 of Swords and the High Priestess. Follow your intuition about some deception that's going on, which is saying, you know, Pisces, you're very intuitive. You're one of the intuitive signs. You know that something's going on. You know that there's been some delays, and you're wondering what the delays are. It's because someone's been putting a block up, or there's some deception which has stalled your progress. And you know there's something going on, and you can't quite put your finger on what is happening. Why is it that, you know, maybe you're waiting for a message about a promotion, or from being hired for a job or some project, and you're wondering what it is. You know, you think that should be smooth sailing. However, there's some sort of thing behind the background which is sort of blocking it. So let's look at everything going on here now. because you have a message, the Page of Rods, this is what your reading's about, crossed over by the 5. So you're going to hear something. And it's, you know, it could be that you're hearing, like for a boss, and you're hearing something, maybe that they're unhappy with your work, or somebody has, you know, stirred up the pot and is saying things that aren't really true, but, you know, they have to look at it and, oh, okay. The expression wildfire. So if someone says something and somebody believes it, and then it just catches on and it has its own, it becomes its own power, its own reality, which is not really based on reality, but people run with it. So that's very possible. We hear something and there's some conflict. So it could be a boss, you know, saying, you know, I heard, you know, this, or it could be arguments. It could be people who are putting roadblocks. It can be conflicting directions. It can be some intrigue behind the scenes. But there's something that is going on there that is I get a sense that you know that something's going on, and you know that there's an injustice, and you're feeling like, what do you do? How do you resolve that? What is the, you know, what is going to, how is the truth going to be shown? I get this for someone, that you know what's going on. And it could be that maybe your job is in jeopardy, or they're eliminating a department. But there's something, and you're looking at that, and you're saying, well, how can this be resolved? How can the truth be known? Because there's all this conflict going on. And you hear a message, because it's a message about that conflict. Or you could have a disagreement or an argument with someone. That's a part of it. And then the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, this is work. The Queen of Pentacles could be the organization, or she could be a boss. And the Knight of Pentacles also could be moving forward. Or it can be in this organization, it could be you, or it could be this other person, but it's related to work. It's definitely related to work, not to cups, in this instance here. What is it that you want them to know? Okay. So, you know, when we have lessons that come up and we're like, well, why is that happening? Well, as we have our lessons, you know, we sign up, and this is the learning planet. This is not the fun planet. This is not the Disneyland of the universe. We have certain lessons. And this is an opportunity for you to have learned this lesson that you signed up to learn. Now, I always say that the universe, when you come, you know, you can have it's a subtle thing, and you learn it right away, and then you can move on. But if you don't get it because it was subtle, then the universe says, well, that was too subtle. Well, we're going to make it a little bit harder, because they can't ignore it. And if you ignore that, then it rolls until you cannot ignore it. So all of this turmoil that's going on around in the workplace, and you're feeling, I get that sometimes you're thinking, you go home and you go, oh, I feel like I've been through a battle today, an emotional battle. And look at the people that are around you that are creating this, because they're serving a purpose also. They have agreed to have a role in being adversarial so that you can learn this. And they also likewise are learning something that we don't know what their lesson is. Maybe it's to be able to transcend this and change a behavior. Maybe it's karmic. We don't know. You know, it would take it would take looking at the Akashic records. But it's all a purpose. And and when it's all done, you can say on a spiritual level, thank you so much for helping me with this lesson. Now it is, what is the lesson? What is the lesson that you're learning from this? Is it standing up for yourself? It is establishing boundaries? Is it, working in spite of. So it's going to take some time. And knowing that even though you're in the thralls of it, you're thinking, oh boy, this is really rough. Know that it too shall pass. It is a lesson, and when you get that lesson done, you're going to get the certificate of completion, and you can move on to other things, maybe happy things. Maybe it's a lesson in the next to learn how to love, or learn how to love yourself, or learn how to have fun because you've been so task oriented. I don't know what the next thing is, but this is just a little bump in the road. If you think of it, but for you, it doesn't seem like a bump in the road right now. It seems like a crisis, not a crisis, but it's affected your energy. It affects how you look at the world. When you go home, you are feeling beaten down emotionally, and so it's taking a toll on you. And there's all this conflict around you. Conflict can be very it can really affect your energy, and maybe you put up a wall or you retreat, however you handle that, but that's what's going on right now. Because at the base of it is here your heavy burdens, and you feel like you can't move forward. You feel stuck. You don't know what to do, how to get out of it, because you've got all these heavy burdens. That's how you feel at the end of the day. It's like, how many? Okay, add another wand, you're like feeling like you're just overwhelmed. And the Eight of Swords is how you feel about it. You feel like you don't know how to get out of it. You don't know how to change it, because you feel like you're stuck. You're at, you don't know what decisions they're going to make. You don't know what the job is, how the job is going to change. If you're having some conflict, maybe you're worried about moving on because of references, for example, or maybe financially, you feel like you can't just quit. So you're feeling really stuck at the base of it. And that's how you're feeling. And these heavy burdens. Now, the Ten of Wands usually means that it is the end of a cycle, because you can see the ending of it. You can see the light at the end of the road, the way out. Know that you're almost through with this cycle and being stuck here. See, there goes my neighbors with their dog. I have 5 dogs. I don't hear them barking. And Jason's been obedience trained. He's very good. He's very smart. So you're feeling stuck. You don't know how to get out of it. But know that it's just about over. There will be some light. You will have a direction to go. But at the moment, you're in the middle of this conflict. And there are some people that, they don't really care about the truth. We have the 2 emotions that run things, love and fear. And if it's fear-driven, what are they fearing? Are they fearing losing their position? Are they fearing, because they're operating on fear too. And it helps to understand. Because I get that there's a sense of, someone says something, and then someone believes that, and it gets a life of its own, and that's what's been happening. And as a result of that, there's all of this conflict going on. And you've been wondering what's been happening, and that's what it is. And it was underground, and now it's coming out. And you feel stuck. At this point, you feel stuck. Okay, so the solution for this is Spirit said, in order to change the energy, send to the universe and, say that in a way of that it's occurring, that it's happening, rather than a wishing or hoping or must or have. Those are all out there words. This is what I've been learning from Julie Poole, is that you have it. So at this moment, you can say, I have a job, where I am appreciated. At my job, I'm appreciated, the truth is being known, and that I am vindicated. Or I'm honored at my job, I get promotions. Promotions are mine, and the truth is known. Or you can also do the truth be known, the light shine, the truth be known. That's the one I always use. Let the light shine, the truth be known. Because once that happens, you know, and there could be that when the truth is known, then people do their own damage control because they don't want to look bad in the light. So when things happen, know that there's a synchronicity of the universe. As that door closes, there'll be new opportunities opening up for you, that if this didn't end or if this didn't happen, there wouldn't be those new opportunities. Know that the universe has a plan for, you know, and it's all falling into place. At this present time, it's really hard for you to know that because you're in the middle of this. And you're wondering, you know, why is this going on? And you're feeling very emotionally drained. But know that after this cycle, that there are good things out there waiting for you that were all part of what your plan was. So the good things are there. It's just being in the flow and figuring out what the lesson is. You know, maybe in this, you have the high priestess, which is following your intuition, doing some meditation to get in contact with the universe, with your guides, as to what is the lesson and moving on. Because behind you is, you know, the Ace of Pentacles and some choices. So it could be that maybe this job has ended and you're looking at some new opportunities because it is the Ace of Pentacles and you're looking at some new, or maybe you're still in this situation and you're looking at alternatives. Do you start your own business? Do you apply for other jobs? Do you, you know, stay where you are and try to change it? You do have some choices, and it's new beginnings of opportunity that are coming. There's your Ace. Because what is on your mind is some choices. There's your Lovers and this situation. So you're feeling like you do have some choices to make of this situation, which is the Nine of Swords. You know, it's been a hard situation. It's been very emotional. There could have been some chaos or unfair things. Remember, this is reversed, which means that the energy is changing, and you do have some choices. You're looking at, you know, you have your Seven of Cups, and where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Now, it can be, as you look at those Seven of Cups, there's some things that you put off. Okay, there have been some things that you thought about in the future to do. However, you were complacent or didn't want to venture out to where you were as far as your work or prosperity. You know, you had a job, you felt secure, you knew what you were doing, and you thought it was predictable. However, because that's changing, maybe now's the time to look at some of those things that you thought about in the future, that you are, you know, now you're ready to venture out. I get that there was someone who you thought about that you wanted to explore some of the new stuff that's coming out. Because, you know, we are in a technology situation right now where things are changing exponentially. What is going on today will not be what's going on 30 days from now and 5 years from now. I have no idea what our technology is going to look like, but it's changing. And maybe you thought, well, you know, that sounds sort of interesting. And I always wondered about that. And so you look at maybe some online classes to upgrade your skills and maybe divert into the field that you were thinking about, where before you were like, oh, I've got work and I've got home and I don't have time, you know, all those things that are going through your mind. So it's an opportunity for you to explore new things. Or maybe you think about thinking your own business. There's somebody who had a hobby and you think it was really being sort of fun to be able to explore that. A recreation sort of thing, and you've always thought about that. So that could be your choice. Or maybe you thought about even relocating. but you thought, well, I can't because I got this job, and you know, even though it sounds like I've always wanted to live in such and such a place, you know, it's an opportunity opening up your choices, because what has been holding you is going to be, you know, your Eight of Swords is going to be released. And then that opens up your choices, because you are no longer restricted by this job or this environment, because then it opens up the opportunities for choices. So that's what's on your mind, because up ahead, see, we have moving forward, the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Now, I think of the Knight of Swords as like the movement card. And in the other deck, it shows him running to a motorcycle, forging ahead, like I'm moving forward. And the Seven of Rods is that situation which you have your 5 here. And up ahead, it is turning that situation into a positive, because you learned how to handle it. And as a result, you're moving forward. So you're no longer bound by this opposing energy, and you're learning how to maneuver through that and moving forward. So you are moving forward from that situation, from the working institution, which means a large organization. You're able to move forward from it, because what's ahead is that there's some money. You're thinking about the money in the Justice card. Now, it could be that money is owed you, and you know, there's the courts are involved in it. Or it could be some money, or you can make some decisions about the direction you want to go. I get that for someone. It is, it could be a legal situation of money through the courts, such as wrongful termination, or a Department of Labor, or I don't think it's Social Security, because you're working. You know, for some it could be domestic, but there's the legal, or the other part can be that the Justice card is you deciding what you're going to do about your prosperity. You know, that's the other ways. So it could be either some are involved in court cases, or you make decisions about your prosperity and what you're going to do in order to manifest the money in your life, because you have a Tower moment here related to your Page of Cups. So you're going to hear something about home or love, and it's boom. Could be a broken relationship that you think things are fine, and boom, you know. So it's, and then I get like, you're thinking, oh my gosh, what's next? You know, I have the job thing that's going on. Now I have the home thing, and things are like, boom. Could be moving. Could be a relationship. But whatever it is, okay, it's like cleaning out the closet. You know, that's like where you are right now, is that you're cleaning out. Spirit is cleaning out in preparation for moving forward. So when you're cleaning out something like a closet, and you're moving stuff out and moving stuff out and moving stuff out, like you've worked on the job and changing all of that, and then you keep looking at the closet and you get down to the dust bunnies. I mean, you're really down to and there's nothing left in there. Well, that's pretty much like what's been going on in your life. Why is that happening? Because it's creating the space for new things to come in. It's painful. It is very painful at the time, but know that eventually it will reach the point where you have like a blank canvas of space for things to come in, because you have a message about cups, and it's, you know, boom. It could be change of home, it could be relationship, it could be some information that you were unaware of. But even in the home front, there's a change going on, because here you are, a delay about money coming to you. There is a delay. The Page of Swords is information about money, about the job. It can be related to your Justice card, because then the final outcome is follow your intuition about the intrigue that's behind you. So there's still some delays. There's still some stuff going in the background. If it's about a settlement, for example, there could be that, you know, they're maneuvering around, that they, if it's a third party that's having to make a decision, you know, maybe they're trying to present their own point of view, and you know how things are skewed. You know, it's they're going to present their best side, and it's all about saving money. And so it could be that there's some of that going on, but there's some sort of intrigue, deception. Now, if you look at that card, he's like sneaking. You don't see his face. And there's all these swords going on. And it can be new opportunities also, that maybe he's going to be unveiled and you're going to see it, because it says follow your intuition. It could be that you don't even know who is doing this, or it could be that you're unaware of it, but through your intuition, you're going to get the insight of really what's going on. And through that becomes the power, becomes the knowledge, so that you can be proactive in it. I think if you follow your intuition and you look, you're going to see the things falling into place. It's like, oh, okay, that and that and that, that's what's going on. And then through that becomes your bargaining, your power, because you now know the true picture of what's going on, so you can address those things. And that's the point you're going to get, because follow your intuition. Pisces are very, very intuitive. You are extremely intuitive. Actually, some of you had an inkling of what was going on and you pushed it down because you didn't believe it. I could hear you say, oh no, that wouldn't happen, that wouldn't happen, I trust that person. But your intuition was telling you, follow your hunch. Follow your hunch, and also follow your hunch for the next step. Because you get something, you see something, and it really piques your interest, and then you dismiss it about the next step, the next, what, you know, like your Seven of Cups. Follow your hunches, because it will, it's a new path, and you're going to be very, very happy with it. It's going to be, and the next step, you know, you have been in a situation where you coped. In other words, it was following your life path, or following where you were, but it was coping. It didn't have the bliss. It didn't have the where you felt like you were really resonating. It's like the Eight of Cups, that you felt that there was something missing, but you didn't. When you have your new direction, you're going to have a sense of peace that you haven't had for a really long time. And it's going to be that you really feel that you have found your niche, that it is, checks all the boxes of feeling like you are enjoying something that you look forward to every day, that you are not feeling beaten down at the end of the day, you are learning something, you feel like you're contributing, and you have a sense of peace that you haven't had for a really long time. And so just be in the flow. Know that it's, you know, when you go on the river and then you're in the flow, you might have some bumpy water along the way, the rapids, but then when you get to the flow, you just glide through to your destination, and that's where you will be. Okay, so Pisces, let's pull some oracle cards for you. And Spirit had a lot to tell you. They really, you've had some challenges going on right now. Let's pull the wisdom of the oracle, and angels and archangels and spirit guides. And I'm going to save this video so I'm sure that it downloads to my laptop, to the YouTube channel. I'm going to guard it. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is it that we have for our Pisceans? Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Fork in the road. Yep. There's your five of cups, the fork in the road. What direction are you going to take? Exchanging gifts. Yes. And deep knowing. So the deep knowing is knowing your path and knowing what resonates with you and exchanging gifts. Let's look at the exchanging gifts. I've not had that card before, and it's a 27, which is the 9, which is the completion. 27. Let's read what this says here. Exchanging gifts, the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing the cost and determining value. You are entering into a productive and enriching time when all manners of opportunities are being offered to you. Aha, that's good. You have everything you need to seize them, yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experiences and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. So it could be new opportunities. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choice, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. Okay, so venture forth. You have new opportunities. Be fearless. That's what the cards are telling you. Now I'm going to pull the Divine Beloved right here, and then the Louise Hay affirmations. Angels and archangels. What do we have for our Pisces today? Right here. And, divinity, I know my true identity. May I always remember my true identity, unlimited light and love. Let me know myself as pure consciousness. Wake me from the sleepwalk of believing I am only human. There. Okay. Let's pull our affirmation cards. Right here. These are the Louise Hay affirmation cards. Okay. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What do we have here? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, 2. I love life. It is my birthright to live fully and freely. I give to life exactly what I want life to give to me. I am glad to be alive. I love life. And here's the other side of it. Let me put this up here. Somebody wants to take a picture of that. Okay. Then we have, I am safe in the universe. All life loves and supports me. I breathe in the fullness and richness of life. I observe with joy as life abundantly supports me and supplies me with more good than I can imagine. And it's hard to believe this sometimes when we're in our, our bump. And the other one is, I claim my own power. I lovingly create my own reality. I ask for more understanding so I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. Okay, now we're going to pull Believe in Your Own Magic and the meditation card for the week. Okay, Believe in Your Own Magic, angels and archangels. What do you have for our Pisces for this week? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free. And consider the special for the reading, $22 for a 30-minute reading sent to you by video. And that is a bargain price. Even if you went to one of the online psychics, the phone lines, there's at least $30. at least. Angels and archangels. What do we have here? Okay, Castle. It is time for healing, not war. It is time for healing, not war. Let's read this, number 30. Don't burn something down to the ground unless you have a plan to build something better in its place. But it's too late for that, isn't it? You got angry, you pointed fingers, you called for war, and war was exactly what you got. Now it's time for healing and reparations. What's your plan? You need to take the same initiative and determination you had when this started and figure it out. Never neglect your intuition. You know, the thing that I have found is, you know, I'm human. And as life goes along, it's, you know, there's a part of me sometimes that I get angry and I want to, you know, I want to show that. But then I turn it around and send them light and love, send positive energy. Why am I doing that? I'm doing it for me because it shifts my energy. We're all human, we react. And once you start shifting that energy to positive, it comes back to you and you're really healing yourself. So forgiveness is when you forgive someone else, you're actually doing it to heal yourself. So if during the situation you found it very difficult, you know, forgive them, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. That's important too, because we're all human. And this is the learning planet. I send you light and love, Pisces. May you have a blessed week of clearing. And know that follow your intuition is what the guides are saying. So from Portugal, Nina and I are sending you light and love.